like messages in a bottle, basically.
Kind of like that, yeah, sort
Gotcha.
of.
Well, yeah. It's like one of those. It's like one of those computers at the library that shows like old newspaper clippings.
Okay, I think I understand now. I didn't know what microfiche meant.
Yeah, it's literally just like the weird. I don't know how they work, but they're
Polly,
like
a quick
really old
soundtrack,
articles.
please.
Huh?
Quick
Bloody
soundtrack. Sound check.
Sound check. Okay, yeah. Give me one. And you're gonna want to screen share also. Don't forget.
Yeah.
Oh, I keep forgetting
Ron,
to do that.
Ron, could you send me a link so I can share that I'm in this on Facebook?
I am grabbing it right now.
Yep. They are the ones who largely post the link to place in like free weeks, I think.
Hey, give me a second.
Back to watch this fiasco again, huh?
Yeah.
This fiasco again.
Making.
You're our only fan, Germ.
You're not screen sharing yet.
Oh,
Yes, you are. Never mind. I'm just an idiot. Don't mind me.
Okay.
My brain doesn't have very many folds.
Fold them up, Polly.
Okay,
You're
yeah,
all
I'll just get right on
speaking
that.
over my lines, mine.
I'm gonna mute whenever there's a character that's not me speaking. Okay.
That's fair.
Feel free to
unmute now,
unmute if you have any particular commentary. Just read your line again, Shiny. I'm not sure we heard it.
I'm just here to be entertained.
Hey, Angus.
Hey, me.
What's up?
Nothing. I'm having a very boring week.
Jeez, I'm envious.
So how about that demon tower?
I haven't checked it out yet.
Oh, you should. I put it on your laptop. It's very addictive. I played it a lot on my game because I thought you'd like it.
Well, now I just feel guilty.
No, it's cool. Don't feel sad. It's no big.
Angus,
Only my
it's
life's
fine.
work.
Okay. Sorry.
Why are you apologizing?
Oh, that is so true. It's what I do.
Relatable, Angus.
Very relatable.
A little too relatable. Hey, dude.
You okay? You look tired.
I was up all night. They were fixing the roof door. And it was super loud.
Roof door?
Yeah, the door at the top of the stairs. It goes out on the roof. Now I can, like, I don't know, run from that door down in the lobby. Up to the roof. And pee off the side of the building?
Yeah, maybe not.
But what's to stop random people from doing that too? I might as well.
Dude, it'll be fine.
Sorry, I'm just really tired.
Fair. Ready to go?
Yeah, let's do this shit.
Time for another travesty.
Oh, right.
Isn't this like the hardest one?
Bobcat.
The pumpkin head guy.
Am I not completely sucking this time? Don't get me wrong, I'm not doing well.
You'll get that full combo eventually.
You only get one shot at this.
R.I.P. that.
Guy.
Rip the perfect run.
Ah, here comes the nightmare section.
Oh, Jesus.
The nightmare eyes.
I gotta say, we're going all out for the.
Oh yeah, this was our whole budget.
Maybe we should have spent more of our budget on practice time.
B programs the drums, but then also programs the lighting, the light rigging. Wow, May, that was
Pretty bad is what it was.
I was gonna
Rude.
say really not good, but
I literally do not know this song, and this happens every time we practice. Maybe if we spent all of these practices on one song, I would get better at it.
that's ridiculous, May. We've never done it that way.
So fast.
You just pushed a button.
Hmm.
I am so tired.
I straightened my vocal cords yelling.
Awesome.
Brutal.
Awesome.
I'm gonna sound so husky.
You're not a husky,
you
Angus.
are.
You're a bear.
Yeah, he is.
And anyway, I don't even know if they're dreams or not.
Oh,
And this
God.
guy, who I think was a ghost, kidnapped some kid and also, I think, was in my head after while I was sleeping. And anyway, yeah, I think I need to do something because this is scary.
Yeah, I know. We've all seen your astral projections,
Yeah,
May.
we were there, May. We were watching your dreams. We watched them every night.
I saw the last one that was fucked up.
I guess
Yeah.
regardless.
Ooh, very
Well,
scary.
that's not what I was expecting to hear tonight.
Are you okay, dude?
No! I'm kind of freaked out.
Should I continue to do the husky voice or should I just do it normally? I
Just
don't
do
know.
normal.
It probably wasn't a ghost.
Yeah, probably not. Statistically speaking, it's unlikely that it's a ghost on account of ghosts aren't real.
Yeah, it was probably something more real, like a cultist, but definitely.
Okay, fine. I'll go figure this out by myself.
Aw, dude, don't be like that.
Occurs to me that Tobias could also voice the librarian, who I'm pretty sure only appears in this section.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Ooh, you got us.
Aw, dudes.
Do I not get a line?
Okay, fine.
So we need to maybe see if there's like some ghosty stuff happening around here, like from a source we can trust.
Such as?
Does the newspaper have like a ghost section?
You know what? I think it does.
What? Why? Is that a dumb question?
We don't have a newspaper anymore, May. They got bought up by a larger town. But we could go check the library.
Or books about it?
No, they have the local paper on file. Going back a century. If there's some secret history of kidnapper ghosts, we'll find it there, probably.
Oh
In the
wow!
ghost section.
I didn't know they had that. I thought it was just like a broken down old bunch of books.
When's the last time you were at the library? They had that whole multimedia section. We actually have one of the nicer ones around. They added a multimedia section.
Oh, how?
Rich dude who paid for it way back when? Yeah, they set up a foundation and we got a multimedia section.
Huh.
Did you hear about the multimedia section? Tell her about the multimedia section.
Never.
I hear it's multi and there's media.
There's lots of media in there.
Can we
Movies and
regroup
shit.
after?
I'm going to sleep.
Sure.
Okay, we'll be back.
Angus, we're supposed to put up a united front.
Woohoo! Ghosties.
That's the spirit. Pardon
Yeah,
the pun.
Hey, want
Steve.
to hear a joke about ghosts?
Yeah.
That's the spirit.
Boo.
Look. Oh, sorry, right?
Yeah, boo indeed.
Look. Jobs. Weird, like how town used to have that. When this was painted, it was like, hey, look out the window. We're all working. Things are great. Now it's like one of the graffiti murals after someone gets shot or hit by a car.
This mural is really affecting you.
I forget that we live in separate realities.
And the player is now in her own separate reality because she is employed again. Mine's,
Meta.
mine's clearly better.
And besides, that is that additional separate reality in your dreamscape that we kind of invade sometimes.
Alright, Tobias, here you go.
Hey,
Closing in 2 hours.
okay, cool.
Any idea where the microfiche is?
Microfiche.
Microfiche.
3rd floor.
Okay, thanks.
Up, up, up.
I hate this job.
Don't we all?
I liked being a librarian.
Aww.
No one asked you, Cheryl.
Tobias.
That cluster of
That's
four-
you.
Oh, slow night?
Yep.
Spooky here, all alone.
I'd be spooked. Lara's wandering around here somewhere.
I should have moved farther away from the
That cluster
librarian.
The
of red
lack
books
of
looks
color
like an
coding
intro.
really is.
I'm just
the
going to use
reason.
that voice for the microfishes as well.
Do
okay,
it.
the cluster of red books is not interesting.
Well,
Okay.
the microfiche has like half a dozen different narrators. That's why I did not
Use
want
the same
to
one for all
do
of
this
them, it's funny.
with free voice actors.
Gotcha.
Looks like someone left something open on this one. It is weird that B does not have her own text color. I think she would as the main character.
It's a resume.
Excuse me, that's a resume.
Bob Targ.
Bob Targ. Oh, sorry, that's you.
The librarian isn't even on the screen, Tobias.
I thought this was the microfishes for a second, my bad.
Born 1967.
50 years old.
When we
Making a
hit the
resume.
microfiche, you'll know it.
Oh my god, they're 60.
Let's see. Experience, mining, construction, well drilling.
I never think about getting a job when I'm old.
50's not really old.
I mean-
like,
I mean,
You should have money then, right?
ideally, but the stock market probably wiped out his savings.
It should be like guaranteed. Should be guaranteed general.
whoa, man.
Oh, UBI, sure. You gonna join my young socialist chatterbox group?
Oh, you sweet, sweet summer child.
You sweet Marxists, if you only knew.
Holy crap!
It's
What?
Bubsy the Bobcat.
It's Charity Barity.
Is there a veterinarian in the house tonight?
What's charity barity?
No, we didn't invite Ryan to the stream. How do you not know Charity Barity?
I assume this is something from school.
School of being 5 freaking years old.
Alright. So this was a thing you liked as a kid.
No, I hated Charity Barity.
It does look really hateable.
It was
Are
like
we sure it's not Bubsy the Bobcat?
you were
I'm
kidnapped
almost
by a
certain it is.
cult. And when they were like brainwashing you, instead of some cult guy with a wavy dagger and a magic mask,
That's not... Okay, yeah, go on.
instead of that, it was this effing pink nightmare.
You were scared of it?
It's really red in my opinion, but that's. No, I was bored to death. I was talking forever about, like, being kind to others. I'm like, I don't know, helping an old neighbor do engine repair.
That sounds like basic human decency. Charity Bearity helps old Mr. Blanco fix his hovercraft.
Ah, no, that's the worst part. It always rhymed.
Charity Bearity, Pink Nightmarity.
Charity Bearity. I just don't care any.
Jeez, they sure made a lot of these books.
I think they're still making them.
This one looks pretty old.
Charity Bearity. Danger every rarity.
That's vague and disconcerting.
Could have just kept updating that one book. Seriously,
What's
that
with
is
these
not
pillars
pink.
right here?
That is red.
Magenta at best.
It's like purple. This is red.
Going up.
Oh wait, these... Oh wow, it's dusty up here.
It's old up here.
Sure is.
I can.
Maybe your ghost is up here?
Yep, a ghost. Or something. Whatever he was, he walked through a chain link fence. Or flew over it. Or something. While carrying something.
It could be Spring Heel Jack. Oh, right. Well, that's even more impressive.
So we're gonna go find that guy. Because he took someone. And he's like somehow connected to this thing I've been going through. And that's no good.
I can confirm the back ends of the Metro Library's Whitegrass.
That all sounded a lot more badass in my head.
Okay, May the Hedgehog. It's okay. It was fine.
I'm not a hedgehog, I'm a cat.
Okay, Big.
Froggy, where are
Blaze.
you?
Froggy.
Oh.
Never mind, I'm a hedgehog.
Alright, there she is.
Cool.
I'm here.
Well, So?
I have no idea how to use it.
Oh god, the
Really?
hot's in this hole.
Yeah, it's above our eye level, dude.
I can't know how to do everything.
I'm sorry, but what expertise have you brought to this thus far?
This whole thing was my idea.
Rough.
No, your idea was ghost hunting. My idea is to do at least a little bit of research on it.
If you think it's so stupid, why are you here?
Because you're my friend, you asshole.
Aww.
Ugh.
Aww, we friends, Beatrice.
Please do not oh woe at me, May. Let me get this set up and... Yeah, just let me get this set
I was
Well,
about to
stop
turn
oh-woing at
into
me.
some avian and mammal abomination, so thank you for telling me to stop it.
We'll be here all night if your dumbass is in charge. Alright, so what are we looking for?
I want to steer.
no.
Move! I'm steering!
Ow. Jeez, May.
I'm sorry. Okay. How do we do this?
Step 1, look at the screen. Step 2, move around and look at stuff.
Step 3, find ghost.
Sure. There's one right there.
It's a lot easier to not miss one if we do this in generally a logical order. Alright, Tobias, since you are a guest star, we'll give you the first one.
Pie piracy. Dear citizens, please make sure to keep your pies safe during the pleasant weather we are experiencing. Several ladies have reported pies from their kitchens disappearing at alarming rates. Even worse, the picky culprit is leaving behind only the rhubarb pies. Until this criminal is caught or the bad weather returns, we remind our housewives to make use of their pie safes indoors or stick to rhubarb.
This is interesting.
Have pie safes?
But
Obviously, the work of a ghost.
Yeah, not exactly about a ghost.
alright, who goes next? I'll go for it. The Stanley T. Possum statue, known by residents as Posse, is finally slated for demolition. Posse closed in 1967, but Richard Colson, son of Samuel, had hopes of refurbishing the statue for new generations. Posse stood silent for close to 60 years, witnessing the beginnings and demise of the railroad, the mines, and the coke works that ushered in his existence. Teens and other vandals broke into Posse over the years, and climbing up through Posse became a rite of passage for many young people in the area. Residents have been torn over what to do with the beloved but derelict statue over the years. But 3 years ago, pressure began to have it torn down. A storm knocked down Posse's ear, and the next year, Ralph Jenkins fell from the staircase and broke both legs. Samantha Colson Glick, daughter of Richard, finally agreed that it was time for Posse to go. The demolition will begin at 12 p.m. on Saturday, and viewing areas will be set up at a safe distance.
Press
No
F for Posse.
ghost to be found here.
The way you say ghost, it sounds like you don't believe me.
I have my own theories.
Funny thing about that, man.
Alright, Polly or Shiny? Or Penty? Okay.
I'll do this one.
This one?
Progress Springs and Possum Springs. Randolph Stafford, owner of the Bells Home Mine Works, has partnered with Samuel Colson, owner of Colson Coke Works, Daniel, business owner, Harrison Schweingeist, to make some stunning improvements throughout the town. Sorry, my eyes are going. I'm an old man. The four men desire to build a model of progressive living right here in Possum Springs. The old miners' double houses on Elm Street will be torn down and replaced with spacious single homes. A new elementary school will be opened nearby, along with a new state-of-the-art recreation centre courtesy of Arnold Applebaum. This is in addition to the improvements in the land of Stafford promised the previously striking miners.
Penty?
This one?
No ghost.
Just a lot of cocaine,
Polly, you want to do the next
Alright.
one?
I suppose.
Different type of coke, but yeah.
Yeah, I know. But that's not funny. There has been another sighting of the albino groundhog from a very reliable source this time. Edgar Studer reports that he saw the pure white beast digging near Shade Gap. Mr. Studer has declined to give any more of an exact location and implores his fellow hunters to admire this anomaly from afar and leave him to his business. We could not agree more with this upstanding citizen and remind townsfolk that if you are interested in seeing an albino creature, to stop by Sudi's barbershop for a peek at an albino raccoon. We're certain this will assist your mind in completing the search for the groundhog.
Speaking of
It's like a
coke,
fucking aperture science bit. This completes the aerobic portion of
All
Mental
right.
wellness exercise.
Okay, let me read this
Smooth
one.
jazz will now be played.
Local ghost Little Joe at it again. As the school children are quick to inform you, Possum Springs has at least one resident who won't show up on any census survey. Little Joe, purportedly the ghost of Joe Shade, a miner who died in mysterious circumstances some decades ago, is a favorite spook story of the whimsical and weird members of our community. His most recent activities seem to involve getting up out of his coffin in the old section of Possum Springs Cemetery and strolling around, unnerving visitors to the largest graveyard in Deep Hollow County. His grave has become a destination for unruly and often destructive local use, such as Possum Springs City Council is considering erecting an iron gate to protect the historical tombstones that fill the small hollow where Joe Shade lies buried. Police have also stepped up patrols in the area, so be warned, thrill seekers. You may not see a ghost, but you may see a fine for trespassing.
Penty, I had to move the game window just to make sure it was still you saying that. That was a transformation. Ooh, look.
Scooch so I can see, even though I did just read it. Graveyard, that's a gimme.
I mean, if you're looking for ghost stuff, that's where they make a lot of them.
Looks like they saw him in the old section. Oh, cool. That's where his grave is. I'm actually interested in that.
How could you not be interested? This is like actual dangerous ghost stuff.
I like history.
Ghosts are history. History that won't stay history.
Huh. That's actually pretty good.
All
His
right.
name is Joe Shade.
All right, Tobias. Actually, how about someone else do this so Tobias can get this larger one? I don't want one of his cameos to be with one of the smaller lines.
Sure, I'll take a free one.
Okay, this one.
Fuck it, right? Samuel Coulson has purchased 10 acres of land on the outskirts of Possum Springs. When we inquired as to what Mr. Coulson would use the land for, he would only remark that what was coming here would delight both young and old for years to come. We are very anxious to be delighted.
No ghosts here.
I can steal all the lamps in your house, then you'll be delighted.
The next day, there's been a murder on the large acres of land purchased.
Okay, hang on, let's see. Underground gases afflict many. I'm not even going to touch that one. The houses on Large Street has been evacuated after the discovery of gas buildups in the basements was found to have led to hallucinations in scattered members of the households. For the past several weeks, residents have been complaining of family members who began hearing voices or seeing things that were not there. One older woman was found having an animated discussion with an empty chair. When pressed, she calmly explained that she was talking to her sister, who had passed away some 50 years ago. 2 nights ago, the son of Carson Zimmer ran out of the house and left into Cooper's Pond a mile up the road. Moments before this, the child had been ready for bed and, according to one other sibling, had become increasingly agitated. The last words we uttered were about some sort of song before he dashed out of the house and into the night, where his watery grave awaited him. The last event persuaded residents to request help from officials to see if this is related to St. Leuven's lantern, a phenomenon where exposure to specific underground gases leads certain victims to experience waking dreams, auditory hallucinations, and the sense of unseen presences. Preliminary tests indicate that gases present in the homes, and mining officials are moving the residents until more tests can be completed.
No ghosts
Oh
here.
my god, is there a perfectly scientific explanation for all this?
I love how B doesn't even bring this up in character. Like, you would think... Okay, I'll take care of this.
There's one just
Do
up
me a quick
there.
favor. Don't give me one for like 3. I'm just gonna run to the bathroom real quick.
No problem. New old store in town center. The old Pickaxe hardware store is set to have its grand opening this Saturday. We received a sneak peek of the store yesterday, and our town will benefit greatly from the new addition. Word Porch is bringing 25 years of building experience into this new venture and has stocked the shelves with all the nuts, bolts, and nails you would need for any project, plus the latest in tools. Stop by to see the latest trends in everything from handsaws to hammers. Best of luck, Mr. Burge. No ghosts here.
Ugh. There's one up there that you haven't done yet.
Oh, thank you.
Top.
Oh, there we
Top
go.
left, yeah.
You do this. No ghosts here.
Strike! A strike at Stafford Mine has been called. The idea first arose after the memorial for the 1,800 AA explosion victims. Miners gathered in the home of Arthur Borowski to continue the memorial to their friends. They all began recounting all of the promises the bosses had reneged on this past year, including basic safety measures to avoid another explosion. A group of 20 miners entered the mines to begin the strike, and 30 more joined them before morning. All work has been stopped at the mine, and the miners are now striking in 8-hour shifts. Their wives and children have begun to bring food and water for the men. The bosses have stated that the mines are safer than they were a year ago, and that there is no need to act in this manner.
I feel like you
God.
guys are copying my old-timey bit.
I mean, it's kind of natural to do that given how these newspapers are written.
True, true.
May, is your ancestor a mine boss?
No, he's a union boss.
Really? Oh, okay.
Shiny.
I was going to
She's yours,
ask if I could do
boss.
the one that. I was going to ask if I could do the one that says possums, but if you want me to do this one.
Well, Polly isn't going to do this, so Tobias, you do this until we get to the possums.
Tragedy at Stafford Mine. An explosion occurred at 6:20 p.m. at the Stafford Mine. All work has ceased while men attempt to rescue any survivors. So far, 3 men have been pulled out alive along with 20 dead. The explosion occurred 10 miles deep in the mine, and only one group of men were able to escape before the elevator's rope snapped and the next group of men plummeted to their deaths. So far, hopes of finding more survivors is low. The main path to the tunnel caved in due to this explosion, and supervisors are still attempting to piece together exactly where everyone was during the accident.
Possums. This one?
That wasn't the one I was. It was at the other side. Oh,
Well, that one's
Oh.
definitely a ghost.
there we are.
Possum Massacre?
Possum.
That one's also definitely a ghost.
Possum Massacre. Severe violence broke out at the Stafford mine strike today. The bosses arrived to attempt to renew talks and were taunted by some of the children present. Rocks were thrown and the National Guard and strike breakers opened fire on the crowd. After a few minutes, the smoke cleared and the gory scene revealed. 9 miners are dead with a dozen more injured. A young brother and sister were also shot dead as they were delivering a package of food to their father and uncle, who was on strike below when the shootings broke. Oh God.
Yeah, you didn't expect this one would be the dark one, did you?
I didn't. I just saw possum and I was like, oh, possums? No. The photograph of the 2 children aged 7 and 9 who were shot in cold blood has circulated far outside of our little country. The heinous
County.
act read.
Whatever.
Oh yeah, it is county. My apologies. The heinous act led to a personal visit from the governor to the strike site to meet with strikers. Independent inspectors were also brought in and talks finally began 45 days since the start of the strike. The bosses have agreed to comply with the current safety standards and to honour the demands of the miners. Bloody
No
hell.
ghosts here. I love how part of their compromise is we're going to follow the law.
Do a concession. We'll follow the law this time.
Do you want to do this one, Polly?
That's already one we've done.
Oh, that is?
Yeah, I'll just reread this one.
No.
I just did that one.
Oh, we did? Right.
No, I know, I was making a joke.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a new one.
All right, Polly.
You want me to read this one?
Do-
Okay.
Okay.
Wow, alright, fine, I guess I'll read it. It's totally... The Stanley T. Possum statue is officially open to the public, and we have to say, we are smitten. For 2 cents, one can enter Stanley and spend quite a lovely time looking the possum springs of yesteryear in the museum. enjoying some popped corn and fresh lemonade in the snack parlor decorated with Tiffany glass electric lights before heading up a full 10 feet to see the sights of our beloved town through the eyes of this grande possum. There is even a beautiful train diorama that will delight both young and old. We predict Stanley T. Possum will be a sight that all passing through our town will desire to behold and will be sure to draw many crowds. The
No.
ghost of Stanley T. Possum, we mean, of course.
No
I mean,
ghosts
you
here.
demolished the statue, so
Okay,
uh,
we went through that.
strike lumber's on, or do we want?
Oh, strike lumber's on.
Yeah, it's far off to the right.
Okay, I think Tobias's turn.
Okie doke. Strike lumbers on. The strike is now in its 30th day with no end in sight. The bosses have refused to meet with the miners, saying their demands are too fantastical. The miners claim they are only asking the bosses to adhere to safety standards and are already the law. The National Guard was called in after last week's scuffle, and the Coals and Coke Works Union has joined the cause, which has caused an uptick in national press arriving at the site. The women's camp has expanded its services from serving meals to beating any non-union miner from entering mines. So far, they have been successful in both ventures.
Man, those miner wives really kicked ass.
Should I do the one that says events just to wash the taste of the possum?
Sure.
Events! The last trolley will make its run in September with Bernie Goss, the longest employee with 35 years as an operator, will pick up passengers starting at the Market Street tunnel entrance and will end at the trolley garage where light refreshments will be served and a speech will be given by the Congressman Archibald Reid. Oh my god, that's Scottish as fuck. Twin Club will be meeting at the Stags on Wednesday night at 6 PM. This month's craft will be knitted hats for the soldiers, along with a potluck. All mothers of twins of any age are welcome.
What about the actual twins themselves?
Yeah, seriously.
Penty?
Spectral happenings at Possum Jump. Two local sweethearts were startled this last Sunday night as they hiked along an overlook known as Possum Jump. According to the Lovebirds, at approximately 11:45 p.m., a figure appeared to walk from the edge of the cliff out into the open air and then disappeared. Forestry workers the next morning were unable to locate any evidence of anyone having leapt from the great height, leaving the exact nature of what the two saw a mystery. A decent hike up into the State Forest Hills, Possum Jump is famous for its beautiful view of the Echo Reservoir. It also holds historical importance as it hosts the lonely graves of several persons involved in the Possum Massacre.
Hey, look at this.
Yeah,
Looks like Possum Jump.
let me read it.
It's Possum Jump.
Okay, yeah, that's back up in the state park, right?
Yeah.
Ever been up there?
Nope. Gonna check it out though.
Go nuts. That's actually probably only a mile or so from Miss Miranda's house. Back up in the hills. All kinds of stuff up there.
Well, I'll try to avoid any basements. Or corpse husbands.
Co-signed.
And stuff like that which shows the real benefit.
I think it's only single for opinion line that needs to be done now, unless I'm wrong.
No, we got this big one.
Oh no, there's this big one.
Who wants to do it?
Chunky boy. Anyone?
It's a chunky
I-
boy.
I could do this one.
Okay.
sure. Strange but true, a tale of teeth. Strange but True is our ongoing series about the weird and forgotten aspects of Deep Hollow County history and culture, published weekly. Bad bosses figure heavily into Possum Springs history, and this morbid tale of crime and secret societies is no exception. The story goes, In 1870, a local mine boss was skimming workers on their pay. A group of miners confronted him while he was in the act. He denied everything, with many a slur, and punched the miners' leader, Darnell Grace, in the face, causing him to lose his last remaining tooth. The miners knew how much Darney's tooth meant to him, and they descended on the boss. A few held the boss down while others removed all of his teeth with pliers. The teeth were passed out to the miners, and a secret society was created with a vow to protect the workers' interests. Membership was based on owning one of these teeth, and each was marked with a symbol of their choosing. These symbols were used around the coal patch to organize meetings and make announcements. The boss survived his attack, but never named his attackers for fear of implicating himself. When he died a few years later, members dug up his grave to retrieve his skull. It was used in ceremonies before going out for retribution. All would gather around, place their teeth into the sockets, and later retrieve their tooth after the retribution was completed. Upon a member's death, their tooth would be passed to a new member. Teeth of members in jail would be left in the sockets until their fates were decided. After the strike of 1889, the society dwindled. Occasionally, a descendant of one of these men would find a strange tooth with strange markings in their home. Strange, but true.
So yeah, Grandpa was a part of a secret society of teeth stealers.
I
Believe
didn't
it
believe it.
or not.
Okay,
I'll take it.
Okay.
Deep Hollow County Morgue. The final group of bodies from the 1888 explosion have been recovered 2 days shy of the 1-year anniversary of the tragedy. These 5 men bring the hold on a second. These 5 men bring the total of dead to 112. 2 of the men, Addison Pine and Henry Harvey, were the ones who set off the explosion. Although mine bosses have been informed that the gas pockets were present in this section, they elected not to inform Pine and Harvey as a possible danger. The other 3 bodies belong to Peter Bledsoe, Christian Stanoff, and Peter Lajda. Peter Lajda's funeral arrangements will be handled by Father Littes, as the man's widow has since returned to Hungary with his 2 orphans. I kept regressing into a British accent with that one for some reason.
I'll take care of this. Sound off. Opinion line. We would like to remind the men of our town to please refrain from splitting on the sidewalk. This unsanitary habit is unseemly and beneath you. Parents, please be sure that your daughters are not participating in the new trend of skirts showing the ankles. I do not think we need to remind you of which the brimstone this temporary fashion trend will lead your dear daughters down. I've been witnessing more and more teenage girls coming to our town on Saturday night unchaperoned, using vulgar slang terms, certainly unfit for me to hear, blocking the sideways by walking arm in arm. They are loud and also flirt with boys unabashedly while smoking cigarettes. These young ladies need to be stopped before our young ladies get any ideas, or our balls will fall in with the wrong girl. Young men have been seen around Possum Springs engaged in a ridiculous behavior of wearing mismatched patterns in their suits. The type of outfit may be all the rage in Bright Harbor, but good luck in getting any respectable businessman around here to employ you. You all look like rabid clowns. Councilman Puchkinskaya planned for the fur street as a joke. What else is there to say? I just love that really shows the highlight of assuming that your audience already knows what you're talking about.
Also, there is definitely a ghost here. It's the ghost of outdated beliefs.
Yeah, Puritanism.
Oh, there's one down there.
Yeah, that is the absolutely one we need to do last.
And it looks like that's the only one we haven't done.
All right, who wants to finish this off?
I'll finish it off.
Sure.
Ghostly rumors haunt New Historical Society. The Possum Springs Historical Society's conversation of the Schweidgeist House into it, on a conversion of the Schweidgeist House into its new headquarters and education centre has hit a snag. Custodial head Jed
Newsom, I think.
New song, yeah.
Newsom has resigned, citing strange occurrences in the old manor. I'd be there after hours doing my work and I'd hear someone walking around, trying doorknobs. I came out to see who was fooling, but there was nobody there, said Newsom. Trying to get this map room operational for the children, all the while I'm looking over my shoulder, expected to see God knows what. Mr. Newsom had previously requested to work only daylight hours when other staff were present in the building, but even that proved to be too terrifying. I don't go to the off-limits area anymore. I don't go up just the second floor and then only to go to the office. I know that others laugh, say I'm seeing Little Joe or something, but they can all go spit. Little Joe, for the uninitiated, was a local ghost story popular some years ago. Possum Springs Historical Society has refused to comment on Mr. Newsom's claims at this time.
Hey! Ghost spotted.
Wow, I mean, the house is a combination of Shriek and Geist, so that makes sense. Historical Society, though?
History that won't stay history. In a history place.
History place?
Yeah, I've never been.
You didn't go back in school?
I think this was when I wasn't in school.
Oh, after the softball incident.
Yeah, mostly just watched TV and did therapy.
Well, it's actually a pretty cool old house. Used to be owned by one of the mine owners or something. Railroad, mine, steel mill, something like that.
An actual haunted house.
No. Elementary school kids are there all the time. They have like summer arts and crafts programs.
Oh well, still worth checking out. Okay, well, that's like free leads. Let's boogie.
Let's boogie. Also, is that it?
Yeah. Free clues! We got free leads!
That's all we really need.
You're a regular detective.
We're not even allowed to investigate all free leads, so I guess it's more than enough.
It's a clue!
May Borowski, a detective of ghosts.
Alright, let's go.
So, we've got some leads. Can I borrow your car this week?
Do you even have a license? I mean, no, regardless, but do you?
Nope. No license, no credit cards. Don't believe in money.
Oh, so that's why you steal everything. You just believe in other people's cars and money.
I didn't choose to be born into this society.
Wow, I really do have to invite you to my socialist group. Okay, well, I have, a job.
Honestly, I think she's a bit more extreme than socialist. She might be a downright anarchist.
Yeah, I know, they're going to mellow her out. So I can't drive you around to all of these spots. I can maybe do the graveyard. I need to go there anyway.
Cool. I'll see if Greg wants to do the other two.
I have personal business at the graveyard. And I probably don't have to say this, but just because something happened in the past doesn't mean it's going to happen again.
Hey, nerd. Ever hear that history repeats? It
Technically,
does.
it rhymes.
It does the same thing over and over again.
That's the people who don't learn history. So we've just been a loop since we were living in caves?
Yeah, that's science.
Time's a flat circle, B,
I guess
obviously.
we are on our second playthrough. I mean...
That actually leads some deep that comment about living in caves have led me to further question the history of animal evolution in the society. Like all of these species independently developed bipedalism, grip hands, and sentience. Maybe they are
Bipedalism?
just the
Saying
same.
it like that implies it's a religion.
Maybe they're just the same species that happens to have some really weird genetically diverse morphs.
Or
Yes.
really weird sexual dimorphism, or rather polymorphism.
It's actually a belief system. It's called bipedalism.
Oh my
I-
freaking god, in both in character and out of character contexts.
I was going to say that this is like the far future of the Hatterful boyfriend timeline.
Exactly.
Oh hey, it's another one of my characters.
Who was this stork guy seen before?
I think he's new.
Okay, then Tobias does this. We're going to utilize our guest streamer to the best of our abilities.
Ahem.
What is?
Is that Mix Quelchy?
Oh wow, haven't seen her since graduation.
She was always kind of a badass. School district did not fund that art program at all. But she made it work. She was like some sort of art teacher survivalist.
Wow, I never realized.
I think they pay her in bits of string and empty soda cans.
Didn't expect this to be so realistic. Thank you all for coming to the second meeting of the Possum Strings Poetry Society.
Do you want to stick around for this?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, I know you're
Just sit on the
interviewing
desk.
Selma.
Tonight we have new poems for myself, and fisherman jokes, and Selma and Forrester. Hang on. I'll start off with one of my own.
They don't actually pay her in string, right?
Yes, May. They literally pay her in string.
I was just joking.
Right.
Ahem. Letter to my worst student.
Oh, this is gonna be about you, isn't it?
Jeez. To my worst student. The subject of my stories. I tell friends back home. When they ask about life, out here in the sticks, it's you. I worry. At the end of my life, you will be the only one I remember. Oof. Why did the chicken cross the road? You key my car. I know.
That is a bit me.
It was you, Brian.
The name drop though.
Thanks, everyone.
Okay, so it wasn't about you.
Is that legal?
What?
Talking about details about students like that.
She didn't name names.
Yes, she did.
Yes, she did.
Yeah, she did.
Okay, no full names.
Next up, fisherman jokes. Fisherman in
Fisherman
big, massive
Jones.
sarcasm quotes.
Fisherman Jones.
Fisherman Jones has a Fisherman Jones has a poem for us.
Two
Uh,
poems. They're short though.
Two poems. Take it away.
Hi folks, thanks. This is called Tunnel Eels. Tunnel eels, tunnel eels. I do not know how it feels to be in darkness all the time. Born in muck and raised in slime, but neither do you know paths I've trudged. So it hardly is your place to judge. Okay, that's one poem. The next one is shorter. This is called Tunnel Frogs. Tunnel frog swims in the dark. Must think it would be a lark to be a fisherman like me. But what do you know, amphibian?
Jeez.
That's it.
That's great. Thank you, Fisherman Jones.
Dude
He definitely
is
talks to actual fish.
okay. He definitely talks to the actual fish.
Oh, most definitely.
Finally, a poem by Selma Ann Forrester.
Yay, Somers!
Hey, May. Thanks. You know her?
Dude, she's like your neighbor.
Oh.
She writes these really funny, dorky short poems.
I'm up for something short and funny. This is called There's No Reception in Possum Springs.
RP.
She's not wrong. No reception here. I wave my black phone. In the air like a flare, like a prayer, but no reception. I read on the internet, baby face boy billionaire. Phone app sold, made more money in one day than my family over 100 generations. More than my whole world ever has. World where house buying jobs become rent paying jobs, become living with family jobs. Boy billionaires. Money is access to politicians waiting for us to die, lead in our water, alcohol, and painkillers. Replace my job with an app. Replace my dreams of a house and a yard with a couch in the basement. The future is yours. Forced 24/7 entrepreneurs. I just want a paycheck and my own damn life. I'm on the couch in the basement, they're in the house and the yard. Some night I will catch a bus out to the west coast and burn their Silicon City to the ground.
That was neither short or funny.
I hate to say this. I hate to say this, but they frame Selmers as being this like eccentric poet that doesn't really make like good poems, but it's played for gags. But every one of her poems hits deep. They're like actually beautiful.
Holy shit.
Wow. Damn.
I like her.
Huh. Is she right, an entrepreneur?
I don't even know what that word means.
Thanks, everyone. Is she always like this?
No. Wow.
Huh. I guess she saves her best material for the club.
Tobias.
Sorry about that. Thanks, everyone. See you in 2 weeks.
Hey, Somers.
What?
I liked your weird poem.
Thanks, wrote it myself.
Well, of course, I hope you did.
Wait, was the assumption that she didn't write it herself?
Nice work, Smelmer.
I don't like that nickname. What are you two?
Sorry.
It's cool. Can we go now?
I love
Oh, good, we did
Selmer.
actually
She's
go
my
now.
favorite.
Okay, thanks for coming.
We love you.
Right, so,
Find out anything about your ghost?
yeah. Don't be.
Wow, you have a nodding
Tell him,
animation.
Makoto.
There was some newspaper clippings that talked about a ghost.
Not just any ghost. Little Joe.
Well, one of them talked about little Joe.
I don't really remember Little Joe.
He's a ghost miner. He died in mysterious circumstances.
Wow. That does sound pretty ghosty.
I know, right? Mysterious.
I thought you were, like, afraid of this ghost? Like, filled with, like, dread and shit.
I'm terrified.
Okay.
So it mentioned 3 different places we can all check out.
I have work and stuff.
Yeah, Greg and I also have one.
You guys skip out on work all the time. Also, who has work? This girl.
Nice.
Yay! And there was much rejoicing. Yay!
We love to see that.
Maybe we can, like, split this up. Share custody of you and your ghost.
Karen took the ghost in the marriage.
What places were you thinking about?
The graveyard.
I call that one.
Of course you do. You goth
It's
bitch.
close and not illegal.
Is there an illegal one?
Sure is. The Historical Society.
I'm in.
You know you don't have to, like, break in. The people there, like, get paid to show it to you.
Greg's face immediately. sank.
Anyway,
I'm in for the Historical Society.
awesome.
So what did I get stuck with?
Possum Jump.
I know Possum Jump. We used to go there on Scouts.
Perfect.
Ah, yeah, the Cub Scouts. Okay, I need to, like, actually get home and do work.
Yeah, seems like that's going around. That,
Yappers.
So, you and Mum had a bit of a fight yesterday, huh?
Yeah,
I thought you two were getting along.
we are. Just a bump.
You two, always too alike.
I guess. I got your chill and her smartassness.
I just hate to see you two on the outs again.
It'll be fine. We're cool. So we're having money problems?
What? No, we're fine.
Dad,
May, it's fine.
it's okay. I'm 20. I can handle it.
Nothing to handle.
Okay.
In a couple of days.
Let's just make double sure there's no TV screens tonight. Nope. I actually wonder if there's any special dialogue for the. Yep, we can all check it again. No tooth called for us.
Hey, let me know when you want to hit the cemetery. I should be around most nights this week.
EDK. Thanks, B.
Don't thank me too hard. I'm going there anyway, and it's like right down the road.
You're ruining this.
Oh, in that case. You are so incredibly welcome, and also you better not forget this big favor.
That's more like it.
I'm falling asleep. Had fun tonight. Sorry if I was grouchy. It's just.
It's fine. Wait, did you fall asleep? Lol.
I have to prepare for your little dream session somehow.
Yo, I looked up the Historical Society on the internet. It's real old, but then they did big renovations.
Oh, really?
I mean, listen, I'm not saying there's a ghost, but old stuff that just got torn up seems like Ghost Central.
How so?
You're a ghost hanging out in an old house. And then someone puts in a pool where you died or something.
Haunted pools would actually be pretty scary.
I'm spooked. I'm going to bed. After I look up how to break in.
Hey, May.
You don't need to research this, Greg. You're a natural.
Well, he's got to case the joint.
Let me know when you want to go to the park and you are not corrupting my boyfriend. I looked up a map and it's pretty straight shot up the possum jump.
You're right, Angus. We did that the other route. Oh, great. Oh, great. We never really get a chance to hang out.
It'll be fun, I think. Okay, I'm going to sleep.
Night, sir.
Milady?
How dare you?
Angus
What have
is
you
now,
done to my
waiting.
boy?
Angus is now free. Drink.
I'm sorry,
I'm still
Angus, we have
waiting
to
for the
break up.
ominous day where that crossed gun symbol has a message icon.
Bedtime?
Honestly.
Yes.
Pretty sure that's just a maze. It's like she just gets a message.
I
from the
forget
wall.
which
How did you
dream
send
we're
this
gonna
to me?
get tonight.
I hope it's the one I think it is.
I think that one's
Okay,
Lame. I like
time
that
to peek in on your subconscious.
nope. It is
Germ,
not
germ.
the one
Oh.
you're thinking of.
one. Come on up on the couch. Check it out. We're all gonna watch May's subconscious together.
I'm here for some reason.
Stealing cable's way easier than breaking in.
Hey, random librarian, are you in my subconscious too?
No, they couldn't make it to the apartment.
Holy crap, was that a fish?
I am here too, tra-la-la-la.
Holy shit! You broke into my apartment. What the fuck?
Oh wow, there's a lot of fish here.
That's like a comical amount of fish.
It must make May hungry.
Who the fuck are you? What are you?
We all do rise and into darkness, and the sweets from heaven, a new age. Jamaltra, as we go down the depths, ready to hold their breath. Take on a new age. Take your vessel of new air. What is the answer to our prayer? So forgotten, forgotten. With love, light, to define flight. Everything will be made new.
Good singing.
Yeah, this is me trying to half remember the lyrics to Lemon Light's Astral songs.
Could have fooled me.
Wow, that was a relatively quick and painless band session. I mean, you know, getting your astral band together.
That's probably why the song is significantly shorter than the others.
I didn't realise that the fish poem affected her that much.
It just occurs to me that May is probably thinking of fish because Fisherman Joe.
And why no possums yet?
If there's the thing, if she lives in Possum Springs, so the extra mentions of Possum Springs are not going to cause her to dream of possums.
Okay, you're a little bit above where you started.
She is jumping about buildings though, so technically that is Possum Springs.
By the way, I love the
That-
entirety of the microfiche section. It's just like very low key world building.
I think if you had
Hey, world
left,
building's awesome.
Coming out to see on the beginning. In the dark, there but a shine.
there it is, right? Oh dear.
God damn it. I am like terrible at
Hey,
any
just
kind
be
of
glad there's no fall
directions.
damage.
There's no damage,
Just be
period.
glad there's no-
All injuries are
Yeah,
plot injuries.
Injuries to pride.
Yes, pretty much. And I get a lot of those.
Does he bite? No, he can hurt you in other ways.
Yeah, don't try and go further upwards. Just go to the left. There we are. Now, what spooky ghost animal are you going to provoke tonight?
Burb!
Verb indeed. Looks like a kingfisher or a crane or something.
I think bourbon's some kind of alcohol.
Alright, so as is
LOL.
tradition on the second day, this is where we end our streams. I would like to have Tobias with us more often if you can make the 10 p.m. Wednesday, Thursday, and Sunday times.
10 p.m.'s good, I think. Just didn't go for too long, so I'm good.
Okay. So maybe we won't include you in more Night in the Woods streams, or if we do, we only have certain number of characters open to you. But we definitely include you in the Ace Attorney project that's coming up.
Fun, 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 and hopefully other progress would come.
All right. Good night, guys.
Good night.
Good night, all.
Good night.
Night.